So you're saying that that you is this is from the VA, right? This is like a legal service in that's attached to VA.
No,
Okay, well,
no, we're part of the School of Law at USD.
USD. Okay, and you're saying that you don't have anything like that, because I have reached out to the bar, and they say that they don't have anything as far as pro bono legal services, but they do have contacts from legal services, but they don't. But they're not. None of them in San Diego are pro bono, and they charge anywhere between $150 an hour to with a $20,000 retainer fee. And they say that they
Okay.
can give me that money back if they don't use it all. But really, what it is they need some money up front, just in case it
Yeah.
go, it goes over. Um, but you're saying that, yeah. So yes, I have called the bar, and you're saying that
Okay.
you can't do anything as far as my legal help is concerned.
No. Yeah. So, like I mentioned, we have students working on the cases,
Students, okay.
and like we do have limitations as to how complex or what things the cases can touch upon. So, like judicial malpractice or anything like that, like we don't deal with that at all. We don't do anything with crime, and like for family law, we do have a team that works on cases. They're at full capacity, and they're only doing temporary restraining orders when they do open, or the beginning process of like a regular domestic violence restraining order, or like the initial steps for a divorce when
Right.
there's no like custody or property matters or anything like
Well,
that.
none of
So
that, none of that stuff,
we
none of that stuff has been
yeah
done
we
on
try
my.
to
None of that stuff has been done on my side either. It's basically just I've been told that I'm not going to get custody until the restraining order gets dropped if my son is in the custody of my ex-wife. And
and so is there a restraining order against you?
yes, there's a restraining order against me.
Yeah, that's another thing we can't touch. We can't deal with cases when like our potential client is the one.
I know this is why my ex-wife did, because when I was actually living with her, I was the primary caregiver. She went to work. She filed the restraining order first, and then she filed for a divorce. So there was never a need for any custody, and she got the max amount of custody for the max amount of child support. She literally screamed that in the court, and the judge said basically, "Don't worry, you'll get it." And there's a lot of crime happening right now. That's in the
Mm-hmm.
paperwork, that's in the writing, that's in the testimonies, and I'm not understanding, Liz. Like, if the crime is there, if things illegal are happening, and you're saying that 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 it's not, that you can't do anything about it because you don't have the resources,
I'm not
or
saying that nothing. Like our team doesn't have the resources to deal with something like this.
right, because
Because
there's
like our
there are things, but there are things illegal happening, and then judges are ignoring it, and lawyers are saying there's nothing you can do about it. What I mean, how is this right?
I mean, I don't know how to answer that. I mean, if you want to reach out to like a bigger agency, like the ACLU for
Yeah, but
civil
they
rights,
but they're going to charge me money.
I'm not sure how they operate.
Okay, so you
So I
said
mean,
ACLU.
it, yeah, the
Could you email me
ACLU. Let me
that,
see the
please?
ACLU. Well, I just have the phone number
Okay, what's the phone number?
619
Mm-hmm.
232
Okay.
2121.
All right. So my ex-wife is going to keep breaking the law, and there's no lawyers that can help me because of my disability. And but there are more numbers I should go down. But if it leads to another paywall, I'm pretty much going to be stuck again. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah,
that's just the only reference I have.
Okay. Well, yeah. If it costs money, and then laws are going to keep getting broken. So, I will call this number, but I really thought that your district would help, and I'm disappointed. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, our program's pretty limited, so yeah.
I mean, the paper,
We don't
like I
have
said,
any-
the paperwork is all there. I write declarations about two to three times a month, and I'm clearly showing patterns of contempt of court. In the testimonies, there's clearly a pattern of judicial misconduct. There's clearly just generally laziness to not even go through any of the evidence that's coming from the judges. And I thought with a lawyer on my side, they'd be able to change the narrative, help me make a narrative, because a judge, and because most judges are usually lawyers, so that would technically mean that the lawyer's on the judge's team, and so they know how to speak the same language. But the thing about it is, when I go to court, I'm not on their team, and I don't know how to speak the judge's language, and I'm trying to present a narrative that's within the limits of my vocabulary. And because of my disability, I might come off as crude or disrespectful, and I've been threatened with contempt of court just because of my tone. That's why I really need a lawyer. And
yeah,
you're not.
yeah,
You're
but
saying you can't.
yeah, unfortunately, it would not be through our program. Unfortunately, I mean, you could reach out to the Disability Rights of California or Disability Health Center.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I called the ADA, and it's literally a number that's disconnected.
Okay. I don't have a number specifically for ADA. I just have Disability Health Center San Diego or Disability Rights of California.
Yeah, I literally have a video where I'm calling them, and the number is disconnected. You basically says you just called a disconnected number. So I don't know what it is. Maybe ADA is not paying their phone bill, or maybe it just doesn't exist. But I don't think there really is any services for people with disabilities. It seems.
I'm not sure. All I can do is
do you
want
know?
to try those numbers?
Well, yeah, I already wrote down the number you said, but you just didn't mention the ADA number, which I have already called. Maybe it's a different number. Maybe they have a new number. That's why I called it. I called and it was disconnected when I went to Google search. So if you have a new number for the ADA, I will give that one a try too.
I don't know what number you have, but I can provide the two that I have.
Okay, sure.
And then
I only had one.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, sure.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So the Disability Help Center of San Diego, that's 1-888 418 8860.
Okay. And what was your order?
And then the other one is Disability Rights of California. 619 239
right
7861.
Okay. All right. I will give these two people a call. Hopefully one of them at least has a number I can leave a message on. But what was your organization? What was your organization called again?
We're the USD Legal Clinics.
Okay, USD Legal Clinic. Thank you for help. I mean, you must have went through this thing like a couple times. So thank you for taking the time to give it to some of your other paralegals or lawyers or in training, I suppose. Thank you for at least considering it.
All right. Well, you have a good rest of your afternoon.
You too. Thank you.